Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bear It All with Jay, the conservative professional, and
Shay, the ratchet, has no standards.
no
I'm fine with
standards.
that. Okay.
Somebody's got to be the strong-headed person.
Here we go.
Here we go. That's
Here
right.
we go.
And we have two lovely guests. To my right is
Z.
and you better know it.
That's it.
Okay, Z, and then we have.
Peace, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm James. My attribute is also Kabir.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us today on our episode of Bear It All. Drops every other Tuesday.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
So I'm just gonna let you guys kind of give like an intro of just a little bit about who you are, what you do,
Your
any
Instagram,
businesses,
whatever you wanna
businesses, how
share.
people can reach out to you for things. So go ahead. Well, over here.
Why do I gotta go first?
Speaking that mic, girl.
My Instagram is Zorimai, ZORYMAII. Who I am a woman that does everything. I do lashing, I do juicing, I'm a mommy, I'm in the medical fields, I'm anywhere.
Okay.
That's
So juicing. So you have a business. You sell them every day.
Miss
what's-
Juicy Juices, yes.
Oh, Juicy
Everything's on my
Juices.
Instagram for now.
Okay.
I haven't done anything for Z Lash extensions
Okay. So
for the juicing.
esthetician.
Yes.
Okay. So you do everything. So y'all want to get your hair done. You want to get something healthy and hair too.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Just
she ain't
the
doing
lashes.
hair.
Lashes,
But
okay.
lashes. Then go ahead and get some free juice.
Not free. Oh, Lord.
Well, if you're getting the
What are y'all
lashes,
talking about?
if you're getting the lashes,
you
then
gonna
I'm gonna
get
bring
the-
out a juice.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, but then you can buy the
Get the
juices separately
service.
if you don't get the lashes.
Okay. Pull up on her.
All right.
How y'all doing? I'm James again. I'm a public professional speaker. I have a nonprofit by the name of Light, meaning Learn Your True Evolution, where we seek to empower, educate, and uplift the youth in the inner cities. And I have a construction company by the name of Capital Grounds, where we focus on residential and commercial. And my Instagram is Mr. Kenner, Mr.Kenner_.
One is two ends, right? One end,
Yes,
two ends?
two
Okay.
ends. Yes,
Okay.
2 ends.
All right.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody got it.
Okay. So we always start off with a battle game.
Battle game.
So our battle game is with our two guests.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So we're the host.
yes.
So, okay, you're going to have to, you want me to explain it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So we're going to give you two a scent, and you have to try to decipher what the scent is at the same time. So you're going to close your eyes. We're going to give you something to smell. And then wait for a second so you can decipher it. And then we're going to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, what do you think it is? And then you both just kind of guess at the same time. Okay? All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Close your eyes. Let's start with there.
Eyes closed.
All right, I got to get up. So if anything slips out, I'm sorry.
Oh,
She ain't
If
sorry.
you feel something,
She ain't sorry. Her whole cheek is
I'm
out.
going to put it on your knuckle.
Okay.
And you can like smell
You gonna
it.
put it on him?
On the-
Oh,
and then
Lord.
Here, put your knuckle out.
Do we say it right away?
No, I'm going to give you.
Take a second.
You put it?
Trigger.
You can mix it in. Just
wait, I just put it around my nose.
Okay, I'm going to give you a second to kind of really
I'm
smell
sure it
it,
tastes
get
good.
everything in there. And then,
Oh, my eyes already.
mix it in.
okay.
Oh, I already
So,
smelled
Oh.
it.
okay, so ready? After I say 3, you guess what you think it is. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Eucalyptus or peppermint?
Like what is it though? It's a
It sounds like
It's a
something
oil.
with lemon.
oil.
Yeah.
It's an oil.
What do you
Lemongrass
smell?
or
Lemongrass. Okay, and you're saying eucalyptus.
It also takes me
Kinda
back
smells like
to,
eucalyptus a little bit, but then it smells like peppermint.
and it also smells like a perfume my mom used to put on me when I was a baby.
Oh, okay.
Let's bring it
You
That's
back.
remember that
great.
smell?
Nah, I never got that treatment.
I'm like, I
My mom
remember
never
this
put the
smell.
perfume on me.
Puerto Rican moms
Yeah.
So you guys are right. It is an oil.
with lemon.
It has chamomile, lavender,
I was gonna say lavender, too.
calendula, yin yang, rose petals, jasmine, and mugwort.
So it was definitely
Mugwort.
a combination.
It's my yoni oil.
It's a yoni oil.
Oh yeah.
You guys know what yoni oils
Yes.
are? For?
That's a women thing.
Yeah. I'm aware of it
Sure.
though, but yeah.
Okay, so what do we use yoni oils for, Jay?
Our private areas,
Oh, really?
What private area?
our vaginal private areas,
To make it what?
soft and smell good,
Okay.
nice and
So
healthy.
a yoni oil
Plant-based.
that has
Get your
plant-based
plant-based
herbs and smell, and it helps. What does it help do other than it gives you a good scent, but it's not going to cover up a bad scent though. So if you have a bad scent, it's not going to cover up. You got to take care of the bad scent
Well,
first.
let's read what it says on the back. Helps with this with discomfort, helps with dryness, helps prevent ingrown hairs, soothes razor burns, helps with odor
I would never
after you
use that.
washed, unusual discharge, restores your pH balance, and helps irregular cycle.
Right.
Because of all those herbs, those all help with that. So
Okay, so that's one. I don't think anybody really got that one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, so no points on that one. All right.
I use that every day.
The second one.
Close your eyes.
again.
I'll start over here.
Okay. You're gonna have to get up this time and do both.
Do I?
'Cause I did it last time. It's your turn. Something slips out. Sorry,
I
guys.
gotta put it on this
Nothing's
level.
gonna slip out because I'm professional.
So keep your eyes closed.
You're
Do
gonna smell it. Just smell.
Just smell it. Don't say nothing.
I don't remember the smell.
Oh, sorry.
Come back over here.
Wait, move your hands. Close your eyes. Okay.
All right. She going back. She wants it one more time.
I smelled that before.
I would hope you did.
I smelled that before. Thank you,
All right. I'm gonna give you a minute to register it.
I can't get the name.
All right. And on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I don't know why that smelled like Christmas to me.
Christmas.
Okay.
It
where
smells.
you grew up at.
It smells like a cinnamon. I just can't. I can't. I smelled
Yeah,
it
like
before
pine
a
cone
bunch
or
of
something.
times.
Smells like a cinnamon, pine coney.
You're
Yeah.
both wrong. Y'all are both wrong. It's mouthwash.
Oh.
What
Well,
flavor
I don't
though?
really use mouthwash though.
What
It's
flavor?
Crest Pro Health.
Yeah,
don't
I
know,
wouldn't
blue.
even have guessed that either.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
don't
let me
use
smell it. I don't even. Okay, let me smell. Oh, that doesn't smell like mouthwash.
Oh, with no alcohol. That's
Yeah, no alcohol.
no alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, got one more.
Next, close your eyes.
One more. You have it?
I said Christmas.
Am I doing it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said Christmas.
spraying it? Or?
Nope, you're just
No.
going to take the top off. He said no.
Okay.
Okay, you smell it?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't open your eyes yet.
Right? It smells good, huh?
I smell like a man in the
That's
club.
what I smell like. Oh,
Here.
okay.
All right, you can open your eyes. And on 3, we're going to say it. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's definitely a perfume. I won't say definitely because I could be wrong, but it smells like a perfume. I couldn't tell you which one.
Okay. Any guess?
I don't know. It smelled like some guy I smelled the other day at the club.
So, is it a good smell though? Do you guys like
Yeah,
the smell?
like
sure.
I want to say not YSL because YSL does have a strong smell, like Calvin Klein or Tommy or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I love YSL. So it's actually Versace.
Oh yes.
Versace.
Oh, I just let you guys smell everything on me.
Tim, how can I get that right?
From the top to the bottom. Woo. Okay. I guess that battle game, with senses, it's different.
Y'all both lost, okay?
Hey, yo.
Y'all both losers on
I'm
our
trying to
show.
be nice. I'm trying to be nice,
I
but
know.
clearly
That's
Jay
what
just
I
don't
can
care. Okay, whatever.
All right, so we're gonna have our rapid fire questions.
So it's going to be different topics, different questions, and we're just going to, engage and have a conversation about whatever it is.
All right, so this one is, it says, if a woman gives a man access to her body without any requirements other than showing up, do you think that man will value her the same way if she didn't give him that access? And should she be upset if he doesn't take her on dates and court her?
That's a long, let me see this. All right, go ahead. You can start, but I got to read this again.
Shorten that.
Yeah, read it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
If a woman gives a man access to her body without any requirements other than showing up, do you think that man will value her the same way if she didn't give him that access? Should she be upset if he doesn't take her on dates? So if a woman is just giving her body, but that doesn't have any requirements, doesn't expect
yeah.
him to take her out, buy her stuff, whatever.
But she wants him to take her on dates, but you're giving him all the access consistently. So you're
Right.
giving him the access. So how do you expect him to?
To feel.
So
Should
at
he
this
feel
point,
some
he's
type of
gonna.
way?
He's not. Should he? Is he wrong if he doesn't do these things for her,
No.
or should he still?
She gave him the benefit of the doubt.
So if she's giving the sex when he wants it, how he wants it, however, whatever, and she's showing up in that way, do the men, from your perspective, do you value her the same as someone who doesn't give it up right away?
Because it's a right away thing, it must be acknowledged, the respect aspect. So if she comes off and she's open from the door, it's hard for a man to fully give you that reverence and that honor that you feel as though you deserve, because you allow me to enter your portal with no work.
With no standard?
Yeah.
And as men, it's in our natural makeup to be competitors. So we want to work for something, even though a lot of times we come off like we just want it now, or we want it early as possible. Sometimes it could be a one night thing, but
Right, like you
women-
said, make him work for it.
Yes.
Like there's no.
especially if you
working.
want respect, and especially if you feel as though you deserve to be taken out, you deserve to have this lifestyle in regards to respect and luxury. And I'm not even talking about materialistic, but just that type of reverence. You gotta make him wait. You have to preserve yourself so he can respect you, and that just comes with him learning you, him learning your traits, your characteristics, what you like, what you don't like. And over time, it builds the connection. So when y'all do merge, the climax is maybe like never before.
Right.
But do you think it's right for a man to judge a woman if she does give it up without any standard?
It depends on the situation.
she said without
it-
any standards.
It depends on the situation, but it's one thing if you're on a resort and you're not going to see this man ever again. He lives across the country or something. But if y'all in the same area and y'all establish that from the door, yeah, it's natural that he's going to judge you, because it's like, you right there. I could have waited a day or after the first date, but because it's the same day, the same night, it's like but you want me to respect you when I barely even know you. You allow me to receive what's so sacred to anyone. You allow me to receive that on the first night, and I don't even know you. So how do I know what's your triggers and what's not?
So if you
yeah.
went out on a date and hooked up that night, is it the same as someone just meeting you and just giving it up without a date? Is that the same?
I mean,
Because say you spent hours together and you had
It's
You had a good
Slightly.
connection.
Going well.
it's slightly the same, but at the same time, no, because, first impression can be very in-depth. You can really traverse through many different topics and different concepts, and you really learn somebody. You feel as though you knew them for months, years,
Yeah.
based off of one conversation. And then we're energetic beings, so if one thing's lead to a next, and we behind closed doors, after a beautiful conversation, we went in depth, we got to know each other's history, and just from that one sit down, we built chemistry, and one thing leads to a next. That's understandable. That's understandable.
But not if you just have a few words with somebody and it's like, oh,
if we just run into each other, you handsome, oh, you beautiful, sexy, whatever the case may be, oh, you should come over. And there's no type of, there's
Nothing in
no
between.
other interaction in between that.
No.
yeah. No, I
Judging off the
understand.
bat.
I mean, I get
And
it.
it's not I'm judging you, like calling you, I'm not sure what words I
You can say whatever you want to say.
That,
I'm not saying you a
that,
hoe.
that.
A whore.
Whore, hoe, whatever the case may be. But any woman knows her principles as in regards to respect and honor.
Well, should.
Well, should know her respect, her principles in regards to that. So
And how do you feel about the situation? Do you feel men should judge a woman based off of
No.
giving it up?
No,
without
but I
any
do
standards?
feel like when a woman does give it up. Okay. So I've been there before. But I really didn't care about the guy. So I really didn't care.
Right.
I'm like,
Right, so I guess
just
it depends
need
on what
my
you-
vagina
Right.
ate. I just want, like
Right.
it was just honestly for that night.
yeah,
Well, honestly, with that situation, I wanted it to benefit me at the end of the day. So I didn't care.
Right. You didn't care what he thought about you.
But you weren't trying to be in a
No,
relationship with him.
not that he didn't, what he cared or what, I honestly didn't even, I didn't care.
Right. I mean, we've all been there. Like, we just don't care what you think. We just
I mean,
wanna
it
get some.
was definitely, well, at first, like he was eating me out or whatever, and then out of nowhere, I'm like, okay, how many more times he can eat me out? I mean,
We didn't tell you this was PG.
so
No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
She
I'm
lied.
playing.
beep 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 beep. No, but I mean, okay, if a woman wants respect, of course. I mean, not every woman knows that. Of course, if you want respect
Did you like him?
from this one person, I did, but I knew that I wasn't able to.
All right,
have
so
a
you
relationship
already-
with-
so you
'cause
didn't-
I didn't want a relationship.
Right, so
I
you didn't
wasn't
have any
looking for it.
expectations for him. It was just you wanted him to. You had a need, or
It
you
was
wanted
just
him to
something.
fulfill that.
I just wanted to have fun.
Okay, so I think it just depends on what you want. Like
Right.
if you're okay, two people are okay with having sex and they never want to talk again or whatever, then that's
No,
that's
we
fine.
actually we was speaking every day. Like there was a friendship or whatever, but I knew he didn't, but I knew
Oh,
what I
okay.
wanted
It's
from
one
the
of those.
relationship.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things. Like,
Definitely. I've been there in a situation.
but if I want,
for sure.
if I meet a guy, I'm like, ooh, he the one. Like, okay,
How
I'm
you
gonna
know he's the
hold my
one?
legs closed
How you know
and
he's
my
the
mouth
one?
closed as long as I can. Well, as long as you guys been talking, like, let's say I meet him and I really like him. I like his, I like everything he's telling me about him, his life, whatever, him, just him in general.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel that energy, like, oh, we might have something in,
You'll be more cautious of having
right.
sex with him.
So, of course, you're gonna wait and wait and wait until, the
What if
time's
somebody's not on your
right.
level? Never mind. That's a whole other conversation.
I mean, I know when to go. I know when to go and I know when to not go. And I know when to just be like, fuck it, I don't care. Like,
So for a woman perspective, if he's fine and you just want to get it in, regardless if he says he's in a relationship or not, you just gonna get it in.
Well,
because
no,
he's
I don't do
fine.
the relationship.
I've definitely done that.
I hate men in
harsh.
relationship. I can't stand that because then I want to call you all day.
Right.
I want to text you all day.
Right.
Oh,
And
you're
if
one
you're
of
not answering my
those.
phone call
You're
and
a
you're telling me,
smother.
oh, because of the girl,
That is
no, I
her.
don't want to hear that.
I'm
I'm
right there
sorry.
with
I
you.
need to
Her.
call you. I need to be the only one you're giving money to.
I need to hear.
I'm
I
sorry.
need texts all the time. I don't care.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
she
care what
needs
you're
it.
doing. I need the text.
Listen, you know how many times
I need
she's-
attention.
You know how many times
Yes.
I want attention too, but you know how many times I'm okay. Like
No, when they have a girl.
no,
they
but what
use
I'm
their
saying is
girl
if they're
for
not
everything.
reaching out to
Yeah.
me all the time, like we're getting to know each other. You're not reaching out to me every single day. I don't need you to reach out to me every single day unless we've established that kind of like this is it's us. But this one,
Yeah.
if she
Yeah.
is talking to somebody and I can't believe such
You
and
know
such
why?
didn't text me today all day, and I'm like,
Yep,
the day
that's
is
how
not
I am.
over
Because
yet.
they show you their true colors in the beginning, and that's as
Hey,
women,
how about
we-
maybe he had to be at work
I
super
don't care
early in the
Nah.
morning?
about work.
Nope.
So
They're gonna treat you.
Real
Oh,
quick,
ruthless.
In the beginning.
Okay.
real quick. One, respectfully, I do want to piggyback on what I said. When I say judge, it's not like judgmental in regards to you're a devalued woman. You have no honor. Like that's not how I'm coming across, and I don't mean to come across like that because one night stands happen. Like
Right.
it definitely happened. It has happened. When
Not for me.
like you said, like you said though, when you have the intention of knowing that this is not what I want, it definitely closes the door in that aspect. But things tend to change, like you said, because this is the same gentleman where you end up being friends with him. And a man's nature, some men, it should be all men, we want to build before we destroy. We don't want to destroy. So if it happens where one thing leads to the next, but you have potential, we
Right.
want to build on that.
So you would still circle back and call
It's
him.
not even necessarily. It's not even
like
necessarily.
you still call him. Like
It's not
you know,
even necessarily a
communicate.
circle back. It's more so just seeing the potential. Just like women see the potential in men. They waste this time with a man that has nothing to offer, but yet she sees something in him.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
the same
true, though.
thing. It's the same thing with a man to a woman. Yeah, she could have let me into her, but after that we conversed. I see she has a lot of potential. So I want to capitalize on that, even if she doesn't see
And because
that.
maybe she was in the moment, or they're both in the moment, and so you allowed your feelings to.
Right. And you never know what people going through. Sometimes you experience people in vulnerable states. They just got out of a situation, or a death might have just happened, or it's been a long week at work and she want to release. So
She
I
hasn't
mean,
had nothing in a while.
See, that's
And
what
she
happened
getting
to me.
angry. and
so
hungry. I'm sorry.
and then in the relationship aspect thing, I've experienced and I love this channel. Shout out to y'all again. I appreciate y'all because y'all very open.
Thank you.
But I've experienced situations where I experienced the whole woman was in a relationship thing, but as of now, as I get older, I'm not tolerating it because as a man, the type of man I'm learning that I am, I'm not gonna say I'm like y'all, but I want to talk every day. I want to communicate often. I need to experience you. I need to learn what's going on with you. I need to know how your day was, everything. And I'm definitely not the type to be calling all day. That's not gonna happen.
If it's
We can
8
text.
hours, like if
Text
you're not
message is
texting,
fine.
if you're not, God forbid, you at the hospital. Oh well, they can text me while they at the hospital.
Exactly.
But that's second-
hospitals got Wi-Fi.
That's that's second to my point that I'm making. The first thing is more so is I just value myself, and I feel like everybody should value themselves. I hold too much. I hold a lot of honor for myself. So if I don't come second to nobody, and I feel as though nobody should hold that mindset.
Amen.
No, I
don't come
is
second
so
to
true.
nobody either.
That's
Okay.
right.
Not even to your job.
And
That's
I
how I
understand
feel.
sometimes situations just end up happening a certain way, but no, like I revere myself, and this is my existence and my internal presence that pushes out in an external force. This is what I have to present to everybody else. So if you're a spouse of mine or a situationship, we're gonna do things where you're gonna either uplift my energy or you're gonna downgrade my energy. So where do I give that out to after I leave you? So I don't have time for you
And
being
then-
in a relationship
right.
and you thinking I'm with her right or him right now and I can't.
You can't text me a certain
Right.
time.
Right.
You can't call
Oh,
me at a
no.
certain
I'm sorry,
time.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah, that's annoying. No, we're not. We're not
So
being
anybody in
side
that
pieces.
Been there, done
situation-
that.
None of us are being side pieces
No side
at this
pieces.
moment. Okay.
Anybody in that situation,
I've
know,
never
know your
been.
worth. Know
I
your
can't.
worth.
And not
can't.
only that, like if you are in one, just be honest with that person. Just say what it is. Let that person have the opportunity because you're not going to be able to give them your all. Like, remember, somebody who was like, oh, I'm married, I have a newborn baby, but you still want to talk. What do we have to talk about?
Oh yeah. I've had people in my DMs like, oh yeah, I really want to get to know you, want to talk to you, and the next day I see you on the
What?
story when they got a baby, a newborn baby. I'm like, what?
Their wife, like, I just don't want any parts of that. I just can't. Stop DMing us. If you have
you're in a
a
relationship.
wife, if you're in a relationship, stop.
Or the
But people are
guys.
human. Like, we have honor for ourselves. We have respect for ourselves. But people are human. And it's like, it's not necessarily that we want to go the polygamous route or, depending on the religion that you practice, you want to have multiple wives. It's many different reasons why you go through what
Well.
you go through in regards to temptation. It's many different reasons why you go through what you go through in regards to temptation.
Yeah.
I understand that, but
But you still got to hone in on yourself and say, nah, I can't do it.
And if you know a woman wants,
I advocate for that.
Yeah, if you know a woman is looking for a relationship and wants a relationship, why even enter? Why even try to tap into that area of
waste
her
her
life
time.
if you're already in one? You're not available.
Yeah, no.
It's
that's-
just
But
dumb.
why do us
Absolutely.
women or men allow ourselves to get attached to someone who's in a relationship when they can't give you what you want them to give you? What are you
sometimes-
hoping for?
Stupidity.
Sometimes it's also just
Ain't no other way.
not just
to
stupidity.
describe-
Sometimes it's a lack of love for yourself in the moment that you in. You can't really see the full love that you have for yourself. And if this man is giving you or this woman is giving you this space that he or she is fulfilling, that's making you feel whole in that moment, and
Yeah,
you
filling a
willing to
void.
compromise until he or she comes along and says, no, this is what you deserve and this is how I'm gonna treat you. Now you wake up and see what you already knew. Now you're aware of what you already know.
Well, yeah, and you grow through that. I always say you
Yeah.
grow through what you go through. So you may have been that side piece at one point in time, but it's like maybe now you're like, no, I deserve so much so much better than
It's
that.
a process,
you know?
yeah.
You can't help you having connections, with
sure.
somebody, and especially if you build a friendship with that person.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe that person, you tolerate it because maybe the sex was really good, and that's
Or maybe they're paying bills. Or
Yeah, maybe they're paying
doing
bills, or
something
maybe
to
they're
help
providing
a part of you that's
Yep.
missing.
Yep.
But regardless, like you were saying, and I agree with you, you're missing something. You allow this person to fulfill that void because nobody else is filling that void in that way, and it's hard to let that go. But then we also have to reflect on ourselves. Like, why
Yeah.
am I doing this to myself? Because I'm only hurting myself at the end of the day because this isn't going to flourish to anything.
right. You're just wasting your time.
Yeah. And energy.
Self-respect. A lot of people don't even know it. A lot of people be like, "Oh my God, I don't know why he treat me this way." You let him treat you the way.
Yeah, people
that
are gonna
way
treat-
from
yeah.
the beginning. But this
Right.
is what I'm saying. Back to, I need to find someone who's texting me all day in the beginning because then he's gonna be like in the middle or in the end, like, wait, we never text all day in the beginning.
Just
Right.
investing
No,
in
you need to show me everything. Everything I want needs to be shown in the beginning because
And be
if it's not
consistent,
shown,
yes.
if it's not shown in the beginning,
Then it
I don't
ain't
want
it.
your
you're
representative.
not it.
Like, give me the
Right.
flaws give me the flaws early on,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't waste my
exactly.
time.
I just met someone recently who he just laid it all out. Look, I was in prison. I did time. I'm doing better with my life. I don't have kids or whatever, and just laid it all out. And I appreciate that. I
was
want the
honest.
honesty from the jump.
Yeah.
I don't want to learn this down the line that you was in prison.
Definitely.
For stabbing somebody or,
Somebody cares if you're a prison or not. Okay, you're still a person. It
Listen.
just depends on what you went for.
Everybody has can get a second chance at life,
Right.
even third chances. To be honest, it's about learning through your mistakes because this situation happened when this particular person was younger, and they're older now. They've learned from that situation.
Right, you learn. You move on.
So as long as you learn from the situation, you ain't getting stabbed in a bad way. Then don't
You know
be
what?
stabbing
Go
nobody
watch our
else.
previous podcast, okay, and see what the stabbing is about. It was the first thing I thought of. Okay, that's all I got to
All
say.
right, next question.
All right, so dominant woman or submissive woman? What are you, or what do you prefer if you're a man?
Are you
love it.
dominant, man?
I am a dominant man,
Okay.
but I'm a gentle
No,
man.
I'm
a gentle man. So my thing is, as I grow, we ready?
Sorry.
All right, let's regroup.
I'm sorry. She just gave an ad lib. I wasn't expecting
all
that.
good.
because
Okay.
I know him.
It's all good. Let's regroup. So what I'm doing, I'm learning how to be a gentle man. And I feel as though where men at, especially in society today, it's like you trying to counteract the mindset of a woman because a lot of women are carrying this alpha female or this dominant
Independent
female,
woman.
independent. I don't need a
We
man
always
for
talking about
nothing.
that.
And the reality is that's not the case. You
need a man
You
for
need
it.
a man.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you're gonna need him to an extent in some way.
What about
And then-
lesbian relationships?
It's like a man need a woman. A
Just
woman
like
need a
I was about to get into that. Just it's the same thing.
Okay.
So when you consider the fact, like I said, me personally, I love a woman with confidence. So do I want her to be submissive?
Sometimes.
I won't say yeah, I won't say no. I would like for it to come natural. I don't want the dominance to be forced, just like I don't want the submissiveness to be forced. It's a natural thing. If you going out your way to be dominant, then that's not gonna work. Because that's not the type of man that I am.
Right.
I can't speak for every other man. I want a woman to know her place. I want a woman to know her role. Excuse me. I want a woman to know her role. And the way I view woman is to be the greatest creation that was given to the earth outside of man.
That's what I say.
So, and I mean, any man will understand my statement behind that. So, not any man, some men.
Some men.
So
A man, an actual man, not a boy.
it's not an in between for me. Like I said, I would just want a woman to know her role. I love a woman with confidence. The dominant thing is not acceptable because how I am. You know, you can have your confidence, that's the dominance, but it's respectful. And the submissiveness is just your natural role of knowing like a woman's role. Like I'm gonna listen to him. He's leading me correctly. He respects me, he loves me, cares for me, caresses me correctly. So, you know.
Caresses correctly. Okay, that's
I
cute.
like that.
I like that.
Caresses correctly. That's what I want y'all to do. Caress me correctly. My future husband. I'm not y'all. Y'all. I didn't mean to say y'all.
So what do you feel
Maybe
you're?
your future husband might be somewhere.
That's true.
Girl, I don't know. Somewhere.
I agree with him.
Okay. So in
I
your
agree.
relationships that you
'Cause I do
have or
see-
had,
In my relationships, it also depends on the kind of man that you're with, also, because some men are really soft, and you do have to
I don't want that
like,
man.
shake him up and be like, hello, like, who's the woman in
They're
the
gonna
man
run.
here?
If
You
you're in
know?
a situation, they're gonna run before you.
but what makes a man soft to you?
We talked about this one.
Why is he considered soft?
See, the kind of man I like, I like a gentleman that is soft, but still can kind of like, push me around. You know, like, just like he said, be dominant.
So soft in a
But
way.
not soft all the time where he's like crying around and moping around because I'm coming out with the girls or because
Oh, okay.
I said something wrong and he's always emotional and I'm like, wait, who's the girl here?
So
You know?
you're saying that a man who's overly emotional is a soft man. Is that what you're saying? Is that how you feel? I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just clarifying.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just feel like, again, a man should have his feelings or whatever.
Sure,
but
definitely.
I don't feel like he should. I don't know, because my ex used to bring it out all the time, and it's annoying. It's
Bring out
So
annoying.
you're saying
crying?
maybe overly emotional about little things that don't
Yeah,
matter,
like little
versus
dumb
being emotional about something that actually like is more significant in
Yes.
life. Okay.
But I do agree with what he said. A woman has to play her role, and a man does too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
everybody
prefer
has
to be
role.
a submissive woman to a man that is dominant and knows how to lead. Like it's hard to be submissive to a man that is not
confident.
is not confident like that. Well, I say alpha male because that's just what I like. Because to me, alpha male equates to like someone who, the way he walks is very confident. He knows how to lead. I feel safe. I feel comfortable with him. And so I want to be submissive to a man like that. I want to be submissive, and submissive doesn't mean, oh, here's your plate. Here's, that doesn't mean like you stay home and you're hand scrubbing his drawers. Submissive just means that you're
And
allowing
scrubbing them
him.
draws.
You're allowing him to take the lead
Iron them
in
drawers.
your decisions. Ladies, you're allowing him to take the lead in household decisions, and you feel comfortable that he's always going to have you, so you can go ahead and be his backbone. But when, like we talked about this before, when it's time to lead, then you know how to lead. Just because you're a submissive woman to your man does not mean that you can't be dominant in certain things, taking the lead in certain things. So that's just what I prefer. Like when you say soft, like I know what you mean. I can't do that. I need somebody who's going to put me in my place if I need it in all areas.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm always putting her in her place. So anyway, for me, I feel like in my life I've been a dominant person most of my life because I haven't had that second person to lead me. I've always had to be the leader. I've always had to be the breadwinner. I'd always have to run the household. I've always had to do that. So that's the role that I'm personally used to. But if I do find a man who can take that role from me, I
Amen.
will 100%
Give
allow
over the
that
title.
to happen. I
So-
would allow that to happen for
So
sure.
if you say all your life, I feel as though that's more so it may be gravitation or just structure. So you may have gravitated this man into your life, and or you so used to it all your life, it's a structure that you already set in place. So once you entered the situation or relationship, he is learning you, and he has to make the choice. Either he's going to abide by your structure or not. And like you saying all your life, this is the men that said, I'll abide by it. Even though he knows his role, like he still want to lead you. And this is me just giving my take.
Yeah.
If you saying all your life, so
Well, I haven't been in many relationships in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've only been in a few relationships, and I do try to allow the man to take the role of being the dominant person, and me, supporting, being there. And I'm a very confident person, so I'm confident. I'm doing my part. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way. Like as far as, and I wouldn't say like he didn't succeed in his dominance. The relationship just didn't succeed off of other reasons. But like because I've ran my household for so long, yes, I do have structure. Yes, there are certain things that, I expect for sure. But if a man comes into my life and he's like, okay, we're doing this, we're going to do this, thank you for supporting me. We're going to do this together, but, I'm willing to take that role to be the protector and, us providing together because it's hard for one person to provide solely in this world that we live in now because everything's so expensive these days from produce to food to cars to whatever. But I am so I'm okay with allowing him to take that role because I'm exhausted from being in that role. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, for everything that I take the role. The dominant man in our relationship. She's because she the wife. Anyway, I'm ready for a man to come into my life to take that role, and I'm very open for it. But right now I'm very dominant. But yes, I can play that role.
Well, it takes time, and this
sure.
is kind of what we talk about
And
as
I
far
want
as
to.
being independent. Like, that independent woman. It's like sometimes it's hard, especially if you're set in your ways and you've been so used to being independent that now a man comes in, he's like, I want to take this off of your plate, and
Here's the
it
plate. Here you go. There's a plate.
it might take a little time for you to
Adjust.
be willing to allow him that courtesy. But
It's definitely it's gonna be hard to.
yeah, because you're just used to that, and that doesn't
Doing
mean that you're just so stubborn, you're stuck in your ways. No, it just means that this is the role I had to, because if I didn't, then stuff wasn't going to happen.
Oh, for sure.
And the best way to help anyone get out of that, well, change ways or just change and shift the structure, is you have to give reason and action.
Action.
You have to explain why it's best and then show why it's best.
Oh,
and
yes,
then
I love that.
Once she sees or he sees that, yeah, this does work. This definitely did make better sense, and it was a trickle effect to everything else within my life, then that's how people merge into becoming more fulfilling to their role.
Right, because that comes with trust. I know for me, like I have to feel trust, because I feel like I trust myself. Like, how do I know you're not going to value me the same way I'm going to value myself. So then that's going to cause me to not just be as open, or I might shut down, and it's like, whatever.
It depends. I feel like as creation, we have so much depth to our power. I feel like people can know you just as good as you know yourself, if not even better.
I do believe that.
Especially the opposite sex. I feel like the man can know a woman just as good, and the woman can know a man.
But it
just
takes
as
time
well.
of,
It takes
building with that
tremendous
person,
amount of time.
friendship, that foundation,
Focus, everything. You have to know their conscious behavior and their subconscious behavior, their first nature, their second nature. But that comes with time and patience.
Definitely time.
Love.
For sure.
So, yeah.
Yes.
It takes me 3 months to get to know somebody.
Nope.
3 months.
It takes me years.
Girl.
No,
3
just
months.
because I'm very observant, I can tell you the kind of man that you are within 2 to 3 months. I can tell if you're going to be for me or not.
Well, no, I understand what
Huh?
you're saying with
I
that.
think that's the case. Here's why I don't really.
That people show you who they are.
This is true.
They
but
show you.
But that's only just that initial stage of whether
You
or not
see
you want to move forward
patterns.
with that person. That's just, like certain patterns you see.
You
That's
see patterns from people.
That's
like
true.
the guy that I was talking to, like he was, this was a long time ago, but he showed me so many patterns in the first year, and we were only friends. And then when he was like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" the second year, I'm like, I can't even be mad at any of this because I seen all of this and all these actions and all these red flags
Right.
in the first year.
yeah,
So
but
now
you
I'm
still
actually dealing
chose-
with it.
Yeah, you saw it and you bypassed, but
yeah,
it really takes longer than 3 months to get to. I know what you're saying, like whether or not you want to continue to move
Yeah.
forward. But for me, you can know somebody 3-5 years and you still are like, it's how they handle life. Like
Right.
situations come up. How do they
Because
deal
people
with it?
change.
That's
People
exactly
grow.
what I was going to say.
That's
Because
what I
in
was
the
gonna
first
say,
3
too.
months, you're not going to see what happens to a person if
5
they lose
years,
their job,
3-5 years.
if they get
Oh, yeah.
sick, if they lose a loved one,
Yeah.
if they have a child, how they're
change.
going to be. Like, there's so many life situations, like Jay said, that you really learn how somebody really is. So I think it takes a lot more depth to really get to know
I
someone.
need like a good like 10 years.
Okay, now you wilding out. How
I need a good 10
we
years.
are the 40
No.
and up club right here.
I
Okay,
know.
we don't have 10 years to get to know someone.
I know.
So I'm with her. We're gonna
I
get to
can't-
know you for
I
3
can't-
months.
And listen, if I
See
was
if you
40,
worth it, the ride, and then we're gonna figure it
if
out.
I'm 40, I'm giving you 3 months. I'm giving
I'm
you
so
90 days.
picky.
Yeah, I am too.
No, you're not.
No. I'm picky.
I know you ain't picky. So I'm
See,
playing.
but even that
playing.
narrative, and you said what I was going to say, but that narrative I do want to speak to simply because a lot of people, they look at age and then they not lose, but they compromise or they challenge with their sense of self. They say that scientifically, they say this, the average person doesn't tap into their ways until their mid-70s. So if you have 50, you can literally recreate and revamp yourself into
sure.
whom you want to become.
Right.
So every 7 years, our blood cells is recreated within our body, meaning internally we are brand new, and then externally
change,
we
yeah.
can expose this. But obviously, if you treating yourself, you're not taking care of yourself within those 7 years, then obviously you're gonna receive the same outcome. But anywhere, any age, it doesn't really even matter. It's just the fact of what's your mindset and your end goal within this
Oh, yeah.
life.
Right.
You know, so, but I get it. You know, when you're at a certain place and time in life, you're like,
You
I
don't
don't
wanna
have
waste-
this time to be, how it was back in the past.
Right.
So I
right.
definitely
I don't have
understand
time
that.
to build with someone. I don't have time to train somebody. You have to have
train.
you have to be established as I am established so we can grow together. But I don't have, if you're still in here trying to make scraps, I don't have time for that. I'm not 20. Okay. I'm 43. So I'm not there for that.
But you do have that is within your role to be a nurturer. So don't take that off the table.
I
'Cause he
took it
can-
off the table.
But
Give
he
me
can,
that-
so
give-
look,
give me
so
the
look.
plate
All right,
back.
so let me say this. So look, right?
That was one of my qualities. I'm a
look,
nurturer.
So look, he
that's
comes
why we're
in.
together.
He comes into your life. All right. So look, he comes into your life. He's fully set within his foundation. 7 figures, investments across the board. He's impacted many lives. But yet he's an ambitious man, and he still has what you might consider like these achievements. To him, this is scraps. So he comes to you now, like after meeting you and learning you, these are scraps to me, while you look at him as grandiose. So he's like, I need you to help me in regards to see a different perspective. That's naturally a man to a woman's,
That's different. That's a man that
Is
has
it?
accomplishment.
but it's still
Already.
but it's still the nurturing,
So-
it's still the nurturing mindset. So I get what you're saying in regards to having your stuff together, but in the same case, assets could be all over the place. His money he could spend his money frivolously. So structure, in regards to structure, he might not fully know how to
Oh, you're
necessarily.
saying so he might need somebody to
And-
help, like get him
and
to
then-
see
and
the
not-
perspective.
and
I
not-
can help navigate
His money.
I'm talking about if you have nothing and you're still trying to
I
scrap
see-
up things.
I see where you're coming from.
I'm not
I
doing
just
that.
don't. I see where you're coming from, but you said you took nurturing off the table. I don't want you to take it off the table because
Well-
it's naturally going to happen in some case. But I see what you're
She's gonna
saying.
need. I'm just gonna have to help her with the nurturing part.
I have no problem nurturing. I have no problem nurturing. I'm a huge nurturer. But
Right.
I'm saying as far as me getting into a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
if you're still,
Baby walking.
And basically, if you're still living in your mom's basement,
Thank
if
you.
you're
Yeah, that's a
still,
whole
'cause that's
different
what you-
story.
that's what I'm
though.
saying.
Yeah, nah,
if
that-
you're still
yeah.
trying to scrape up scraps
Yeah.
and trying to get,
don't have
get
a
your own
vehicle.
place, get your own car,
Definitely,
can't be a
definitely,
parent to your. I'm not dealing with none of that.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm saying.
That's understandable.
But if you have a situation and you're trying to figure out how to navigate certain things and you need help with to do that, I will be there for
Or
sure.
not even just help, just balance.
And I've done that.
Yeah,
I've
sometimes
100% done that.
Sometimes, man, we get so ambitious, we just want to achieve everything instead of sitting down and honing in on one thing.
Well, I'd rather have that, and I can help you than somebody who doesn't want to do anything and is
Right.
okay with
And
their
has no
just
drive.
regular
And-
9 to
For sure.
5
And complacent.
But can't provide
No goals.
You know, because how can you ever take me out on a dinner or do any? You can't even buy me a pack of underwear from Walmart. Like
Damn.
No, we're not doing that.
That's
I don't want Walmart underwear.
I don't even wear them.
So anyway,
All right,
They can
what?
use- That could be used for something else.
Yeah, I don't
Walmart
use it for that.
underwear.
I don't use
Walmart
it for that.
underwear. What can that be used for?
Period panties.
Oh, I don't get my period
Right on the
anymore.
moment.
I don't have that problem. I don't have periods anymore. Yay!
Lucky you.
I know.
I still wear thongs during that time. Anyway, all right, next question.
Wow.
Because she crazy too.
I'll be scared.
All right. Oh, sorry. All right, what's your preferred body shape in a woman or a man?
We know yours.
I don't care.
Guns out.
As long as he's not
Thighs out.
real big or whatever, and
Like real big as
floppy.
far as
you laying on
bulkiness
me
or-
and I can't freaking
Oh,
breathe.
fat
or
Like,
being
Fat?
overweight.
Okay.
Like being overweight, like fat,
Yeah.
or being big and bulky as far as muscles.
oh no, I don't care about that.
Oh, okay.
See,
Because they
I
can
go
weigh
to
the
a certain
same
extent
though.
when
It's
it's-
still gonna be heavy.
no, I go to a certain extent when it comes to heavy because, okay, no flat floppy, and no too much. You know why? Because too much, they start acting like they gotta own the mirror, and we can't own the mirror together.
No, floppy.
No flappy floppies.
I don't care.
Yeah. My preference.
I really don't.
Is guns
But now I'm
out?
about to change it because
No,
you
you're
know,
not. She's not about to change
Guns
it.
out, buns
She's
out.
lying.
I probably could never like connect. I don't know. Anyway, so my preference is tall. Fit.
Guns.
That's why I like. That's why I love you.
I know. My
With the
little
guns.
guns. My
Tall,
little
fit.
20.
Like cares, about what they put in their body. So just like their overall appearance,
Their
chocolate,
diet.
beard,
Vegetarian, preferably.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her.
Really?
That's the type of guy. She likes a tall, dark skin, guns out, thighs out, tailored look, nice chocolate skin with a beard. That's what she likes.
He gotta be chocolate though.
She love a chocolate. Yes, she love
Why?
her chocolate.
Why you love chocolate?
Dark skin.
What is the other options?
Vanilla,
Vanilla.
caramel,
Vanilla?
pistachio.
Oh, so I'll
She
just
don't
say
need none of
this.
that.
Sound like my sister.
I'll just say this. I don't know. I would have to have a connection. I need initial attraction.
We're
and
not
if I
talking.
don't-
We're talking about physical. Stop with
That's
all
what I'm saying.
that.
So if I
Stop with all
so
that.
if I don't have the
Get it?
initial attraction, maybe I could get to know somebody, and if they're not that, then
No,
it's a
She ain't
connection.
doing none of that. Just forget all she just said. Can you delete all that last couple sentences? Because it's not true. If you
I'm
don't got
open.
chocolate skin with a beard with your guns and thighs out, she don't want to talk to you. You ain't even getting a chance. Okay?
The wife said it. She knows her.
So I'm just letting everybody know. That's what it is.
Physically, for me,
Oh, here we go.
I'm
You're gonna
very-
get all deep in.
no, I'm
he
just
was
very,
all in his thoughts.
I'm very attracted to the heart. Like I'm very attracted
Here
to the
we
heart.
go.
Like I'm.
we're not talking about- We're
talking
So
about
so
physical.
look, this is what I'm saying.
The heart.
The heart. Can you see the heart out on the outside?
This what I'm, yeah, because depending on how you present yourself, that's a gravitational pull right there. Like I'm very energetical.
But
so-
see, that's it.
so
I understand
can't-
what you're saying when you say. I get what you're saying when
All right,
you're
so if you
attracted,
want me to
but
just be-
but if you had
Yes.
a room full of a lineup of women, like
What would you pick? You know,
What's
I
your
hate
per-
when y'all say
It's
that.
physical.
I hate
Just-
when men
it's so
say that.
simple.
what's your preferred body
Hey,
shape?
yo,
It could be
I-
thick,
I
it could be
mean-
skinny, it could be.
He said the heart. Yeah, right.
Nah, for real. Because all right, so look, this is why I say this. Right?
The heart's on the outside, so cute.
That's so cute.
I like my
Go ahead.
Why we
your
all ganging up
preferences.
on him?
He also mean.
my preference.
There's no What is your
A
preference?
gym
sir?
girl, a nice big booty.
Nah, you know,
nice
the
big boobs.
thing is, people got this misconception when they view me, they think that like I want this gym woman that got her body all crazy. That's not really the case for me. I don't. If you take care of your health, that's absolutely. I want you to definitely take care of your health. That's for sure. But you don't have to be ripped up. You don't have to be big and all that. That's not necessary for me. But physically, I mean, I like a thick woman. I don't mind a petite woman. I don't really. I
do you
can't
have a
say
type?
that I don't really have. I can't say that I have like a strong preference. Like I just can't.
What about
Just
skin
like-
color? You
This
like
is
the
a-
light skin?
It's a channel, man. I can't. It's certain things that
Light skin, dark skin.
I like
Light
light.
skin,
I
light
like
skin?
I like dark skin and I like light skin. So what's that?
Okay. So you like all skin types. Some skin types,
Some.
not too light. I got you. Okay.
Not
So-
too light, just light enough.
Just light enough with freckles. I'm sorry. So me, I
like a fine man. A fine man. This is her. He has to be fine.
I do like a good looking man, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But I do like a man who is in shape. I like a man who takes care of himself, who does work out. He don't have to go to the gym to work out, but I just like a man that takes care of himself, is aware of his body. I want you to be able to see your thing without, when you look down, you don't just see stomach. You got to see something down there. Like, I'm just saying, like, I want your body to be fit, okay? I know how much hard work it takes to be fit. I'm in the gym constantly. I'm eating healthy, juicing, protein, all that stuff. I need to be on the same page with you as far as health-wise and getting in shape and staying in shape and being athletic. I like playing sports with my significant other, like basketball, football, whatever. I like to be active with my significant other. So that's what I look for, and definitely fine.
Don't matter how tall you are.
As long as you're taller than me.
I feel like that question got a whole more like depth. 'Cause we just go into physically. It's
Well,
just like-
that's just
Well,
that's
it's
just what we're
only
asking.
for physical. Yeah.
We can get into more depth, most
That's true.
definitely, but this is just the question.
This is true.
That's all.
Yeah.
So
You did say athletic and work in sports, and I like to play basketball and football. That's not physical. That's not necessarily physical.
well,
That's
that
true.
makes him athletic though,
That's true.
because there isn't.
I see a
you're
lot
not-
of athletic built men that can't do none of that though.
That's true too, but I don't like.
She
I
was just
need-
elaborating
woman.
a little bit more.
I know.
I know,
I'm just
coming at you
chopping
about your
her. I'm
heart.
just chopping her. All right, exactly. That's why. That's why.
and I'm coming back. Okay.
I know.
That's the cancer, okay?
No, I get it.
She's going to come back.
Nah, I know. It's respect.
But I'm just saying, like somebody who can
For
run
sure.
up and down the court
Yeah,
with me,
yeah.
someone who
Absolutely.
can, do some hit workouts with me.
Absolutely.
Like I enjoy that. I love that. And
Can't just
Need
be
a
big
gym
and
bod.
can't move.
no, I don't want that at all. I don't want all the boop, 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 boop. No, thank you.
And I think I might be okay with somebody who, well, I was gonna say not super like as fit. You don't have to have all these bulging muscles.
yeah,
But
no abs. Just a regular stomach and some arms. I see. I can see that with you. Yeah,
I like those.
that's
I like
okay.
those. But my
okay.
preference.
My man don't gotta be fit.
Oh.
It's okay.
Like
No,
I'm
really?
a sucker for arms. Ugh,
He could pick me up as long as he can pick me up. He could do,
Okay.
we good.
I
I
just
ain't gonna
wanna
pick you
sit
up
on
with
that
little bird
stomach.
arms.
Nah, not that.
Oh,
Not a
I'm
bird,
not trying to sit
though.
on nobody's stomach, please. When you pick me up, I don't want to sit on your stomach and be comfortable.
All right. Next
We'll move it
question.
out the way.
What's a misconception that people have about you?
Wait, what?
What's a misconception that people have about you?
Conceited.
You're conceited.
Conceited?
No.
That's
They
what they're
think
saying?
they think that you're
They
conceited.
think you are. Really?
By how you carry
I'm far
yourself.
from it.
Same thing.
So they
I'm-
think
I'm
that-
far from it. I'm just very tailored. Like
Yeah.
everything I like, it has to be specific.
Yeah.
And I like certain brands, and I just like good and nice things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about being conceited. It's just being about, I don't know. I
It's
just like
because
good
if you're,
stuff
if you're
because it's
good
my
looking.
body.
Yeah, if you're good looking,
Whatever
you know,
I'm
you're
doing to my
you're
body,
attractive.
whatever I put on my body, like certain sheets, certain soaps, certain foods,
Mm-hmm.
certain fruits, certain foods. Like I don't eat red meat, well, pork. I don't want my juices to taste like that. You know, like it's just all
No,
about me.
I
And
agree.
a lot of people be like, "Oh my gosh, she's cocky, she's conceited,ed," or I'm
Just 'cause
not.
you're
And
I'm
when,
just-
and when
you
we
like a
met,
certain
we
I'm
way.
didn't-
really
we
down
didn't
to
get
earth.
any of that.
Yeah, like
I know
I'm
when I
really
met you
down
for the
to
first
earth.
time, though, you were
Yeah.
super
And
chill.
I'm really like all about women empowerment and stuff. And
That's
it's
why
like,
you're here, girl.
Yes, and women see me, I automatically like, even at work, anywhere, they just feel, and it's like an automatic. I'm an automatic threat.
Well, and that's just because,
And-
and you, I'm sure you're going to probably elaborate on that too. But that's just
Yeah.
because if you are attracted, and you don't have to be like a beautiful person
Right.
necessarily, but if you walk with a certain, you exude a certain confidence, and people are intimidated by you.
I walk very confident. I walk how I walk, how I move,
Yeah, that's how it's
and
supposed
I mean,
to
people
be.
just like you can see the faces.
Yeah, the same. It would definitely be cocky. And it's only because I'm so confident and I embody it and I love maneuvering and moving in that type of space. And a lot of times when people call you cocky, it's only because they haven't embraced the space that they're in. They
Yeah, they're
haven't
feeling insecure.
They feeling
Yeah.
insecure. They feeling challenged. They feel intimidated. So when it comes off that you speaking upon endeavors or upon yourself, it comes off braggadocious. But it's like I'm really just elaborating. And if you was in this same space with me, we can have dialogue.
But that's people being envious,
So,
and there's and when you're very secure with yourself, like you're gonna celebrate other people. This whether it's you're celebrating a man, or we're celebrating a woman, you're gonna celebrate somebody. You're gonna like let it be known. That's why I say like be connected because you have that same kind of like viewpoint, that same thought process is that I'm trying to uplift other people up, and especially I feel like, to be honest, when you're a light-skinned female, when you're an attractive man, like people are gonna definitely, like, I don't know, they just,
Feel
I
some
feel like
type
it's
of way.
almost like you think you're
Right.
cute or you're
Because-
conceited, but why?
Because you have the right to be, technically. Because in their mind, ultimately, a lot of times when people call someone cocky, is because you see something where you feel as though I can be cocky for it.
like you
Because of
want
it.
that
reason.
you
Yeah,
want that
You
attribute.
expecting that out of me, but once I give humility and once I just show you it's only confidence, now it's hard to accept or it's easier to accept. So
That's why I think it's like if you people either love you or they just like hate
Hate
you
you.
or dislike you,
Yeah.
But it's a lot of times it's not off of because you don't know me. Like if I would be an asset to your life if
Correct.
you were in it. So you're just messing up your own blessing.
correct.
I worked at a job where this new nurse practitioner came in. She thought I was mean off the jump. She was like, "Oh my God, I was so scared of you. I didn't know how to take you. I was just scared." And then once I got to know you, I was like, "Oh, she's just really confident. She's very smart. She knows what she's doing." And she came off a little intimidating. I was scared. I'm like, I don't feel like, okay, you might say something different. I don't feel like I come across mean or scary or intimidating. I am very confident and I'm a great resource. And I make sure that's known. And I try to make people in my space feel comfortable being around me. And she did say eventually, as I get to know you, I work with you more, then I realize like, oh, you're just, you're not who I thought you were. And I think that is a first impression that some people have
Yeah,
of
it
me.
depends on if it's pre-alcohol or
Oh, here
post-alcohol.
we go. I'm talking about at a job.
Because I'm just saying in general, because pre-alcohol, she is a little, she doesn't like new friends. She doesn't like, so
here
she
we
doesn't,
go.
but this is what I'm saying. This is how you are. So she's very like,
No, I met her
business.
I met her no alcohol.
Yes, she did.
Literally sober, and
so proud of you.
you know what
I'm
I
rubbing
think
off.
it is? I think it's her. You know what I think it is? And it's like me. Like we're leaders. We're not followers, and we like things done a certain way. So she probably thought like, maybe you said something at work like, "Oh, you got to do this way," or you got to. And
It's
she
the
thought
confidence.
it
Yeah,
was
for
mean.
sure.
Yeah, that confidence
So,
can sometimes be
Intimidate people.
Absolutely.
miss.
And a lot of people never experienced it within their life sometimes. They never experienced such strong confidence. You believing in yourself.
Right.
Within
Right.
your every step. You believe in yourself within your words and everything that you do. You could be possibly about to make a mistake, but you still gonna believe in that action that you took. And then when the mistake comes, everybody's looking at you like, oh, see, you're not as perfect, but you still accept it. Like, okay, I made a mistake.
Right.
And that's still confidence.
Right.
But to a certain mind, oh, you cocky still.
Right.
So, it's for many different reasons.
But I feel like everybody's time isn't now.
That's
Everybody's time isn't now. Everybody's time is at certain stages of their life when it's supposed to be their time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you meet someone who's confident, like, oh, you know what, I can learn something from that person instead of hating and judging. So you know what, I can learn something from this person.
Right.
My time might not be until 5 years from now, but at the end of the day, we can't all be great at the same time. It's just not everybody's all going to be great at the same
It's the
time.
Yeah.
insecurities, though. A lot of people deal with insecurities and low self-esteem. So
That's true, and
many
that's
women don't view situations how we view the
Right.
situation. Like me, you, and her, we can probably see another girl and they'll hate on us because they'll be like,
Right. And I'm like, I'll see somebody, I'm like, oh my God, you just look so beautiful. Or I'll give a compliment, especially if I feel like that person is automatically looking at me as like,
Feeling some type of way.
like, yeah, it's like, no, I don't want to take your
Right.
shine at all. Like, please shine. I will take a back seat to that.
And once you break that ice, they're like, oh, she's not what I thought she was.
Yeah. Yep. What's the next
Oh,
one?
this is our last question. Could you be in a long-term relationship and be 100% faithful? Why or why not?
Now I can say yes. Now.
A monogamous long-term relationship.
She had to repeat it a different
Nah, I
way.
can be in a faithful relationship, committed, dedicated relationship. Absolutely. Now, years ago, no. I know myself now. I know my triggers. I know that if you're not giving me something that I want, I'm gonna ask you, do you feel as though you can fulfill this role? And if you can't, then obviously I'll let you know that I need to make changes or we can work on it. But it takes time. So now I can say yes, especially because I love to love. So if I have a woman that operates on that same frequency with me, then we just, it's an infinite road. We can go as far as we want to go.
So are you
And
single?
I am single.
Okay. Are you looking?
I'm gravitating,
Okay.
and I'm pulling.
You're going
in.
with the flow.
He's
No,
giving
I'm-
he's giving the philosophical.
I'm
response.
receiving what energy comes into my life. You know,
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
you're open.
No, that's
You're going
I'm
with
not
the room.
denying. Yeah, I'm not denying, but I'm also not necessarily seeking
Okay. You're just going with the flow.
of
If
life.
something happens.
Of life. I'm not out here. Yeah.
Right.
So we'll
Just
see.
moving through. the river.
Just moving through. Now, so quick question. So you're Muslim.
I am Muslim.
So I know this is what people just, I always see these topics.
We
of
don't have time
discussion.
to get into
I know.
that
I just want to
topic.
ask this one question.
Okay.
the 7 wives.
So
thing?
because the 7
4.
wives, 4.
4.
You want 4 wives?
No, that's the correction. That's
Oh, I
how
thought
many
it
we
was
can
7.
have.
Oh, I'm
4.
sorry. Okay.
So are you looking or seeking an arranged marriage, or are you seeking for a marriage that comes organically, that you are fully engaged in?
I want it definitely to be organically. An arranged marriage holds a lot of some stipulations. It holds arrangements. So it can happen in so many different cases. You got cousins that, I won't say it in that regard. It's arranged in different cases. So it's a lot of different things to evaluate and acknowledge. I wouldn't mind if it was arranged, if it was still done organically. So it'll still revert
have
back
both.
to, no, but you can. Because, prime example, my ex-potential wife, I was about to move to Egypt, and I only met her because my brother's wife is her best friend. So she was just a travel agent, connected us, and then one thing led to the next. But in the midst of that, I had to go through her father because he's our Wakil and get his approval. So the arrangement still took place, but it was an organic way of us meeting.
Right.
And
Okay.
it was a way that it was natural. It went from me possibly moving to Egypt, her letting me know what countries is good and what countries I should consider, to we should marry.
And clearly that didn't happen.
It didn't
So-
happen because I personally didn't want it to happen at the time. So, back in Africa she is, and we'll see what happens.
Here you are in the United States of America.
So could you be 100% faithful in a long-term relationship? And with just one
I
person?
always have.
Okay.
I've always been in relationships. The relationships I've been in, I've always been like, why be in this relationship if I'm a cheat?
Well, it's not about cheating. You can have an agreement saying that you can be open, or you
Yeah.
can have certain situations where you're
Girl,
okay
I'm
with.
selfish.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay to be. That's okay. Nobody's hating on that at
Yeah.
all. But some people have a relationship where it's open and they have boundaries and rules, and they skate through life, allowing each other to explore certain situations.
I can definitely be in a relationship and be faithful at this moment because I don't want to waste time.
I mean, I want a relationship that I'm 100% faithful in, and that my man is too. Like, I'd rather have everything that I want to get from that person, and without me even like having the thought of anybody else. Like if I'm in love with somebody, I'm all in. Then that's what it is. It's just them. So.
But your significant other has to know that I come with
He
the
has to-
package.
Oh.
So technically, it's not really a monogamous relationship because I'm there.
Most guys will be okay with that. However,
I'm just making
She
sure.
would have to join.
I'm just making
No.
sure. And I'm not saying in the
not full of
bedroom.
it.
I'm not saying in the bedroom. I'm just here. I'm just always here.
I know.
Always
Not
there.
every man
They-
is fine with
they don't
that.
know.
Well, they
Well,
might
listen,
have
if
to
you
be.
can't
They have
respect
to
my,
be.
It's
you
my
can't
best
respect
friend.
my friends, or well, yeah, we talked about that. But if you
Yeah.
can't respect my friend, and that people are in my, there are certain people in my life that I have connections
certain
with.
person.
Okay,
Go ahead.
certain person. You're so territorial.
I'm just saying. We're speaking to me.
but I
If
do
we,
attract
if we're talking
that.
about a man has to, he can respect it if your friend is beneficial for your life in regards to wanting your best interest and not
Oh,
influence-
1000%.
and not
You don't have to say
influencing
friend. You can say Che.
Okay.
'Cause she-
And influencing you and influencing
you.
and influencing you to do wrong or do what you shouldn't be doing. Because any man knows once you're out of his physical presence, you can be easily not easily, but you can be influenced, you can be swayed. Especially if your friend is single.
He got to know
Y'all-
me. He
y'all-
has to know me. He has to trust my decisions, and until he has a reason not to.
This is the case, and this is very much understood. But the reality
It's
is,
true.
he still has to
Yeah.
trust. Yes, but the
Right,
reality
definitely.
is, there's still influence that comes upon us every day.
And temptation.
Right, so, like,
if we were the
Temptation.
guy-
So
anywhere.
if you and I were in a
Just
relationship,
like
right?
Guy.
And so I'm going out with her. You know, it's Friday. You know, we're gonna go out to such and such. Would that be an issue?
I have to know her. I have to know of her. I have to know her principles. I need to sit down with y'all and experience y'all at a moment. I'm not about to say, yeah, I'm okay with you going out with a woman that I don't even know.
Wait.
So you have to know
So what
the.
if she, like, they know each other for 10 years?
And I still have to get to know her. Not get to know her like, oh, let's get to know each other. No, but I have to know who you're around.
So, as me as a friend, I'm gonna make sure, like, if my friend is in a relationship, I would never compromise that relationship.
Yeah.
Because I am 100% all for somebody being in a nice, healthy, loving relationship. If my close friends, if they're in a relationship and I go out with them, whether we're in another country or we down the street, I would never put them in a situation that would compromise their situation because I want the situation to work. I love when love works.
Right.
I love that, you know, and I want to empower that for sure.
You speaking personally, we speaking generally.
I'm speaking
honestly,
personally because we're talking about her. and she's talking about the dudes. And I'm just making sure the dudes know that, you know, it's a package deal. So I'm just saying, me
Yeah.
personally, yes, I'm speaking from me personally, but I understand what you're saying. If you're getting to know, because she said if y'all was in a
That's the wife.
relationship,
Yeah.
so she's setting it up.
I was saying, yeah, like
So I'm
if,
giving an example.
Yeah,
If
and we were going out. So say you didn't know her, but you heard her name before, and I'm saying, you know, we're gonna go out. Like, do you have to give me permission?
Well, in a sense, technically, yeah, but it's not
just
it's not like a year.
drop.
It's not like a year. It's not like a year or no that you can leave my house and you handcuffed. And if I say no, you staying there. It's a respect thing, and more so, I'm not gonna say no because I haven't met her or don't know her at all. The first couple times you're gonna go out with your friend, I won't know her because y'all been friends prior to us, but as the relationship evolves, yeah, eventually I gotta know your friend.
So what if you don't like her?
if I don't like her?
Then it's
You're
over.
going to stop her
If
from
I don't,
going out with her friend?
It's I wouldn't like her principles. I wouldn't like what she stands for. I wouldn't like the influences that she has on my wife. So if that be the case, then I tell her I don't want you hanging. I don't want you hanging with her no more. Y'all can have y'all communication and y'all can speak, however y'all choose to go about it. But or I wouldn't even say it like that. I would also say it. I would say it like it needs to be limited.
So you
And
would
if it's-
tell her that it has to be, your time with her has to be limited.
It's
What
limited.
she says, what if
Let
she
me
says,
tell you,
well,
I've
what if she
been-
says I want to go out with her like
Right.
every week?
It's going to be an issue.
Then I ask her this, just like a woman would ask a man who's more important in this situation.
Oh. No, let me tell you something.
What?
I've been in that situation.
Because here's the thing: when you building up, all right. So look, I'm speaking.
I don't agree with you.
Look, I'm
You know
speaking
why?
from. You'll elaborate. I'm speaking from a space of how I view myself, and I'm not even just talking about. I'm speaking personally. If I want to build an empire with somebody, I need to know that you're not influenced by the wrong influences. And if your friend is coming around and she has a negative influence on you, and I know this and you know this, you just don't want to say, I love you, friend, but we can no longer be as close and we can't see each other as much
Well,
as
she
we
wasn't
used
gonna say
to.
that until you said it.
But ultimately, it's an aware, it's a fact
Yeah,
that's
well, you know,
that
we
we're
all have
aware
a friend
of.
who it's like we know how they are. They a little, off, but we
That's
just
cool, but
love
I'm
them
not-
that's
I'm-
in their space.
I'm not talking about the friends that's off. I'm talking about the ones that has a negative influence on what we trying to build. If we trying to build an empire, and you telling me that your friend over here is saying this and doing this, I'm not having it. So in that case, we not on the same page. It's not even you choose me over your friend. We just not on the same page. And if that's the case,
wanna
then
build,
that's
yeah.
okay. I love you. I'll leave.
Put his foot down, ladies.
So what were you gonna say with your situation? You said you've been in that situation.
Yeah, what if she's the person who's the bad influencer, your wife, and you don't even know it? But
Then that's something that I gotta
because-
learn. I'm gonna learn it, and if it's not something that we can better, then it still resorts to the same thing. I gotta go. Because if we not on the same page,
Well,
You're not gonna know
y'all better
it, though.
come correct.
Yes,
Otherwise,
you
he is
will.
out.
You're not gonna know it though because
it's a process.
women act a certain way around their friends. when
Guys,
they're
we're gonna
with
have to
their
argue
friends.
about this behind the scenes.
Oh my God, we're gonna have another part 2.
The rapid fire questions are good.
I
you
know. Okay, so real quick, shout out your businesses again.
Zlash, Miss Juicy Juice, and my Instagram ZORYMAII.
Okay, and
I'm a professional speaker, so I love the impact wherever I'm called to. If the mission is there, then I will be there. My nonprofit is all about building up youth in inner cities. And then my construction company, where we will come out and make sure we design to the best of our capability, which is always top tier within residential and commercial.
And it is the IG is
My IG is Mr. Kenner, and from there you will see Learn Your True Evolution and Capital Grounds.
okay, great.
Well, guys, you're just gonna have to wait for another health tip some
Lord.
other day, okay?
I know we didn't miss the health tips. It's
The health
okay.
tip is drink your water today, okay? Because it's hot. Thank you
Drink
for
your juice.
watching.
Drink your
Yes,
juice.
subscribe, like, share, comment.
I want to say this really quick before we get off because I wanted to mention this. It's not an umbrella to all of our questions, but I will say in regards to the men, there was questions that was asked, and I was wondering when can I insert it, but I don't want to allow it to go. Nevertheless, men, we need to learn how to be more vulnerable in a sense of accepting and opening up, because as a man, being on this platform with a bunch of beautiful women, a few beautiful women that are strong within their own right, the only way that we can really allow women to spiritually touch us is if we learn how to dissect ourselves within our ways, within our traumas, our history, our past, our fears, our anxieties. And this is ultimately, same thing with women, but men, especially in today's world, I'm realizing we dealing with it, we fighting it. It's a problem because a lot of men don't want to do it. And some men claims this to be the alpha man mentality. That's false. If you say you're a gentle man, this comes with being gentle within that word, because you understand I have to be in a space where I'm okay with reverse engineering and getting my cries out, getting my fears out, speaking, opening up.
Right.
And then this is how you attract the woman that you want into your life.
But you gotta know how to be when to be hard and when to be soft.
A good combination for everybody.